Coach, thanks. Located appropriately for his career win total at 347 Don Shula Drive. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Miami Dolphins. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 480. 49 to Mike. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Here we go, 47. No. Here we go, going to 54. 180. 26.
Prescott on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down at 17. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. Finding room at the 30. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. A big play there by Gordon. 54 yards on the ground. They had trouble stopping the run last week in a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Slam. Kill. 47. 26.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Kill. He's coming. Double up. We're going to 54. 180. Check. Crunch. Here we go. Going to 54. 126.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
I can't believe they even let you play. Here we go, 46. 54. Mike, 54. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. 26.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he's got it. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Big third down stop. I can almost hear that defense saying, go ahead, go for it, try it, try it.
You see that swagger out there, don't you? You see him saying, yeah, go ahead and give it one more shot. But I think if you're the head coach in this situation with you having the ball, just tip your cap to the guy on the other side and say, okay, you got me this time. Kick the field goal. We'll see you the rest of the game.
Well, if they would go for it and not get it, though, the other offense would have a long way to go in the other direction. This is taken at his 4. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Check 49, check 52, check 26, check 26. Alert. Check. Switch it. Come on, guys, listen. Tight dog. Jumper. Run left.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. Throw it across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Open man, it's Keith Kirkwood. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Go to 54. Line. You can't block me.
Throwing. Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Kendricks in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Another try after the first down sack. Prescott going to look deep for Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Coming to you, coming to you. Check. Guys, 4 down, 4 down. He's coming. Okay, double up. Check. 36.
Now it's Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On 3rd down, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Go. Kill.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he's got some space here. Pass it. There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Kill. Whip. Slaughter. No. Under 10. Under 10. Wide. Get wide. Big ass.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here we go. Watch the pass. You go tight. You got tight. Touch 50. Check 43. Hey, switch gears. 36 power. Check 15. Let's go double count right here. Double count.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point attempt to follow here. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Next to score, Dolphins 10, Seahawks 7.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Shoot! Watch the safety creep. Go, get out there. Be ready.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Me and you all day. I'm coming after you. Kill. Set, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
On third down, it's Prescott. Open man is Gordon, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go, 47. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. We're going to 53. Twist. 26.
They'll run on first down. Gordon. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Kill. 47. Here we go. Go to 54. Line. Mike 54. 26.
Now Prescott. And that one complete to Wendell Smallwood. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Watch twist. Here we go. Go to 54. Line 26.
On first down, it's Gordon. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, D. Switch it, hey. 26.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. On third down, this is Melvin Gordon, and they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
25, check 25, check 25. Check. Here we go, go to 54, line. Shoot. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Kill. Watch the end. We're going to 53. 26.
They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Melvin Gordon unable to push his way forward. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't.
This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 61 yards.
We got three. Go, 14.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Tackles. Good job right there. 44 to Mike.
From the shotgun, Wilson eluding the pressure right. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Switch. 25. 14. Tempo.
Wilson. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player, not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
44 is Mike, 44 is Mike. Check, check. 14. Switch. Check. Check out.
Now Wilson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. This is intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's Gordon. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
You ain't doing nothing today. Jim. 54 is Mike. 50. Hey, kill. 47. Kill. Then we're going to 53.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I'll go special. We own them. Showing it. Friday.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Going on the ground with Homer. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on second down. Wilson. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36.
First down, Seattle.
Go.
Now Wilson on first down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Switch it. I'll go special. Jumper. 12.
Now Wilson from the gun on 3rd down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Check, 47. Look up right there. Switch. Check. Look up right there.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're number 2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you do the best thing and throw the darn thing and try and get in the end zone?
Maybe that's wiser. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Friday. Good job right there.
To throw is Wilson. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Nick Perry showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. Back now in Miami. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Hey. 44, Mike, that's it. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D.
Wilson now, operating from the gun. And he's going to go down again. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up the decision on 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
That's it, baby. We got one.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Here we go, go to 54, go to 54, line. Here we go, 46. I smell fear in that offense. Waffles. Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4. 26.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Prescott off play action. And that will be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. You go tight. Hey, look. You got tight right there. Gun.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Mike Bobo. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. What's left? Mike, 44. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take it.
To throw is Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
He'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Let him know, let him know. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. I got one. Check 9. Check them. Go to 54, wide.
From the 25 on second down, Prescott, incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Kill. 47. Check. Watch 54. Watch. Check back.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Keith Kirkwood that time, and now it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. Wilson's got it complete. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, 47. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Now Prescott on 4th down. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Another toe for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Prescott. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick six.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And that takes us from second to third down.
Kill. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And finding the tight end Hooper. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Watch the screen. Pass. Shift. 12. Bang out. Bam. Front left. Check. 18. Screen. Watch the screen.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's got Fuller. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Fuller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual
it.
guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Check. Hey, alert. Go. Hey, 0. Spot that. Here we go. Watch twin.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Flushed out right. That was going to let it go deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Tighten up. 25. Check 25. Check. Lucky. Shoot. Left pass. Safety's creeping. Check. 47. Good time.
Here's Wilson throwing again. He's letting this one go. He's got a man complete.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So the victory here for Seattle. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Seahawks, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Miami, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.